BB, a lot of people are afraid. There's a lot of fear of, towards gays. The straights, I think, develop what you call homophobia, no? And even the women who are not men, they also develop homophobia. And then I have an uncle who was so disappointed when he discovered that his son is gay.
Yeah.
So dealing with the fear is very important, and a lot of society is afflicted with that fear. How do you reach out to a society that is still very homophobic?
It's really hard, it's really hard. But I'm very thankful though, but because ever since I came out, and especially now that when I went back to the Philippines, Bibi went back to the Philippines, it's very accepting. I was really very surprised. So I just maybe people would just try must realize that there are also gay people are very responsible, and being gay is not synonymous to being promiscuous, or being gay is not a license to be promiscuous. So there are a lot of gay people who are also responsible, who believes in God. So there's nothing to be fearful, because whether you're straight or you're gay, we have that sinful desires that we must be aware of. So it's really not a matter of being gay or being straight, but being human in the eyes of God. And I firmly believe that the only obligation of man is to fear God. So when you fear God, you become responsible.
This word responsible is very important because the bias makes people consider gay as irresponsible, as if the heterosexual, the straight, are normally responsible. But the straight men, simply because most of society is considered straight, a lot of straight men are unfaithful to their wives.
Yes, and also because they feel that being gay is a choice. It's not a choice. It's not like you commit adultery. When you commit adultery and you don't, and you cut the relationship, you're not so then it becomes you become responsible once again, right? But the difference with being gay is that you just can't say I'm not gay anymore. And then so that's the difference. That's the difference of so you cannot relate adultery as a sin to like being gay as a sin as well.
Yeah, those are two different things.
Yes.
Adulterous behavior and gayness should not be equated.
Exactly.
And then there are in the same way you can say, just as there are bad heterosexual men, there are bad gays. Just as there are good heterosexual men and responsible heterosexual men, there are good and responsible gay.
That is why, in the end, in the eyes of God, we are all just hearts. We don't present ourselves to God in a physical being. These are all physical. When you present yourself to God, God sees you in the heart. And when He sees the heart, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. He just sees the heart. He goes beyond the physical.
But then society has eyes. So you see the external. So a lot of people see you now. The problem in the Philippines is that they saw Rostom.
Yes.
And now they see BB.
Yes.
And so a lot of people are still not unable to reconcile what they see, the present with the past, no?
Yes.
Do you think, is that a problem to you, or that's the problem of people who see you and remember Rustom? Or and look for Rustom and refuse to see BB?
Certainly it's not a problem to me, but I don't think, in fairness to other people, I think a lot of people sees beyond it. I'm getting a lot of love, in fact, from the Filipino people, and I appreciate it, and I just wish whatever acceptance that I'm getting from them, they also give it to other people who are on the same boat as I am.
We are talking, no, BB, we're talking a lot. And this is very unusual for a Catholic priest like me to be talking to you in this way, because I might get into trouble. But I don't care, because I already declared that I'm no longer, well, the homophobia has been, let's say, 70% cured, I hope. It's very difficult to quantify that or to qualify. But talking about yourself, is that some kind of a mission now? Is this something that you feel is important not only for yourself, but for others, that they hear you?
You know, what I'm praying to God is, because I've realized I am in a business where people hear me, people listen to me.
Show business.
Yes. So it's a big responsibility. And if ever I'll have a voice that people may hear, I hope. I just want to say that I guess the most important thing for a human being is integrity. It's very easy to pretend. It's very easy to just dress up and pretend. But when you go to your own private home, in your own privacy, without the clothes, in your nakedness, God sees you. So take care of that. I mean, what's important is your integrity to God, and everything else follows.
At UP, where I was chaplain for 7 years, there is a favorite phrase, magpakatotoo ka,
Yeah.
Mari.
Yes. Because the truth will set you free.
Yeah,
That's very biblical.
Very biblical, and yet, it has become cliche, and people say, well, okay, the truth will set you free, so what do you care about the truth? No? But in the Catholic Church, a lot of priests, I think, are struggling to accept their orientation.
Yes, yes.
Not the preference, the orientation.
Yes.
What? Because a lot of priests might watch this. Would you want to say something about priests pretending? Not only priests pretending, lawyers pretending,
Yes.
doctors pretending.
Yes.
There are a lot of people pretending. A lot of men who probably would like to become from Lucio to Lucia.
Yes, yes.
What can you say?
I was a pretender too. But it's a very hard life. You cannot be, when you're pretending, you cannot show sympathy. You cannot, more importantly, you cannot show empathy, because you always try to be perfect in the eyes of men. But in the eyes of God, what, right? So there's no point of pretending, because in the end, God sees you. That's the whole point. So even if other people sees you and give high regard on you, I don't think that's essential, because what's essential is how God sees you, and God sees the truth. He wants the truth, and especially those who are in power, like the priests, the lawyers, the doctors, everyone else. How can you help people when you can't even help yourself? And I think when you are pretending, you tend to be angry. Very angry.
Angry at yourself, first of all.
Yes, you
Because
become an angry man.
Because you're pretending.
And can't accept yourself. So how can you accept people?
So you think the Philippine society is the way it is, very violent, very corrupt, because there are a lot of fakes.
I don't know, but the thing is, as I've said, ever since I came back like 3 days ago, or a week ago, they're very accepting of me. I hope that's a good sign. That's what I'm trying to say. I hope the acceptance that I'm getting at this point will be stretched to other people as well, to other families, especially those children, those families who has gay children, because it's very important that they accept their children. It's very confusing to be a kid, per se, much more when you're gay.
Thank you, BB, and it helps me to become less pretending.